Hello everybody, so today for you guys I'm going to be doing this everyday kind of wearable look using the Urban Decay Electric palette. I posted it on my Instagram, some pictures, and some of you were commenting saying that it looked a bit scary. And so I was really wanting to pull some looks together that are quite wearable, that you can easily just, slap on for everyday looks that are quick, that incorporate this really, intensely colored, intensely pigmented eyeshadow palette. So I kind of gave you guys just a few tips and tricks throughout this video on how you can sort of incorporate this palette into your everyday routine, as well as showing you how I came up with this look. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you all here in just a sec. So to start off this look, I've already printed my eyelid. I'm just going to go into this Maybelline quad in the shade Chai Latte. This is one of my favorites, and I'm going to be taking this lid shade. Any type of a mid-tone, neutral blending shade would work. You guys see this step in all of my tutorials because I think it's really important. We're just going to be taking this and applying this just kind of through our crease up towards the brow bone. Next, I'm going to be taking this Maybelline Color Tattoo. This is in the shade Bad to the Bronze. This is what it looks like. It's just a very beautiful taupey bronze. I'm sure all of you own this. It's a super popular shade. I'm just popping some of this onto my Sonia Kashuk Large Shader Brush, and I'm going to be taking this and just applying it all over the eyelid. You get to the crease, just kind of wiggle your brush to blend it out. Then once you have that on, I'm taking just a, usual kind of crease brush, something like the MAC 217, and I'm going to be taking a gray-brown shadow. This is the shade Vanity Fair from Gemma Kid. Max Coquette is very similar. There's tons of shades like this. It's basically just, a kind of a darker brown that has a very gray undertone. I'm just going to be applying this right through the crease, not really taking this up towards the brow bone, but I'm just adding this right here, to like our outer corner, a little bit through the crease for some added definition. Then for the fun part, using that same really fluffy eyeshadow brush we used earlier, I'm going into the Electric palette. We're not using too many shades from this palette today just because if you're doing a wearable look, I think this is a palette that you only want to incorporate, one or two shades into it, because otherwise you are going to get a very colorful look, and then that kind of defeats the purpose of a wearable look. But the shade that we're going to go into is called Savage, and it's a beautiful, really bright, hot pink fuchsia color. And I'm just very lightly taking my brush and just kind of tapping it into the color. Then I'm just going to, tap it off to make sure that we just got a very minimal amount of that shade onto our brush. And then I'm going to take this and just kind of start to apply it into our crease. We're sort of going where we put that transition color. And we're just going to do this, and it's just going to add a really pretty kind of rosy effect. And when it blends in with all those kind of taupes that we got going on and those grayish browns, it's going to look very natural, just as if you put like a rosy colored shadow in through your crease. Then I'm just going to be giving a quick curl to my eyelashes. Then using this black eyeliner from Cargo, this is the Swimmables liner in the shade, I think, Jet Black or Black Sea, excuse me, it's just the black one. I'm just going to be running this right through my upper lash line. Then I'm going to be using this push liner brush, and quickly before this sets, I'm just going to begin to smudge this liner so that it gets a nice kind of diffused look. Next, I'm just taking this liner, running it through my tight line. Then quickly I'm going to work on our lower lash line. This is pretty simple. Going back to that gray-brown shadow that we used earlier, I'm taking a little bit of it onto my crease brush, and I'm just going to be popping this right onto our lower lash line just for a little bit of added definition, a little bit of smokiness. I find that it just finishes off the look really nicely. Then I'm going back to that push liner brush, and I'm just going to use whatever is left on the brush from when we were smudging out that black liner earlier. And I'm just going to kind of push this right into our lower lashes. I kind of have some eyeliner left on there from when I was terrible at removing my makeup last night, but I'm just going to kind of be smudging this just for some definition right there at the lashes. The final step to the eyeshadow look is just to add this shade called Revolt, which is kind of like a shimmery, I think of it as like an overlay type of shadow. It has a very kind of translucent base. It just kind of has some really pretty like silvery, shimmery glitteriness to it. I'm just taking a tiny little bit onto my finger, and I'm going to be patting it right over that color tattoo, mainly focusing it just on the middle part of my eyelid. Then once you're done there, just finish off with some mascara. I'm using the Cargo Texas Lash Mascara. Okay, so that is it for the eyes. I'm now just going to zoom you guys out and show you what I used for the rest of the face. Okay, so excuse my hair here. It's like messy third day hair and I just kind of wanted to put it up with a headband today, not worry about it. But anyway, for the rest of the face, I just used my Bare Minerals matte foundation just all over with a little bit of my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. Not going to show you guys those because that's pretty much a staple routine for me. I do that routine quite often. So that was just what I used for a base. And then for blush today, I use this NYX Cream Blush. This is in the shade Rose Petal, and this is just a beautiful, I would call it a peachy pink. I don't really think it's too rosy. It's definitely more of like a corally kind of a color. But I think it complements, you know, the pinky tones we have going on our eyes quite well. So there's a better look at that, and I just put a little bit of that onto my cheeks to give a nice glow. And I didn't really do tons of bronzing today. I don't know, I wasn't in the mood. Usually I like to bronze up a little bit, but I just went straight onto lips, and I used this Maybelline Color Whisper. The shade number 80, Made It Mauve. And this is just a nice rosy mauve shade, pretty standard. I really like these lip colors. Again, just popped a little bit of that, adds a nice amount of shine. Again, it sort of has that little bit of translucency to it, so it's quite wearable, and I think that it complements the rosy tones that we have going on our eyes. And that is it. So pretty simple look. This really didn't take me too much time to pull together. It's a nice kind of just everyday wearable look with a little pop of color of pink, and I think that's just very flattering. I think that it would work on a wide variety of skin tones as well as eye colors. I will be doing more looks using this palette, more colorful looks. I will be doing more wearable looks. I think the key to this palette, if you're wanting to use it into your like everyday makeup routine, is, like I said earlier, just keep it to, you know, 1 or 2 shades from the palette. I think that they are, you know, really fun shades that you can use as liners. I think these pinky shades look beautiful just blended into the crease like this. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will talk to you all later. Bye-bye.